Golden age of America begins right now. A recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal. From this moment on, America's decline is over.
So basically, Trump better be right, is what I got to say here. The problem here, the real problem here, is that other countries have a say. And many of those other countries not only don't like President Trump, they're not particularly fond of the United States these days. And that does not just mean China. China has now put forward a 34% tariff on American products. I have no problem with tariffing China. But the reason that China is doing that is because China is now stepping into the breach with our allies. This is why we should not be treating Canada the way we treat China. We should not be treating the EU the way we treat China. Some of these places are allies of the United States, but in a lot of these countries that are led by people who don't like President Trump very much, they are perfectly willing to make time with the Chinese. Canada, Pierre Poilievre, who's a terrific candidate for the Conservative Party, is now lagging in the polls thanks to this trade war that President Trump declared on Canada. And Mark Carney, who is the definition of a global elite, he's out there excited as all hell about the trade war. Why? Because now he gets to reorient Canada away from the United States and toward China. So here's Mark Carney.
The 80-year period when the United States embraced the mantle of global economic leadership, when it forged alliances rooted in trust and mutual respect, and championed the free and open exchange of goods and services, is over. And although their policy will hurt American families, until that pain becomes impossible to ignore, I do not believe they will change direction.
How about the UK? Do we think that Keir Starmer is going to come on bended knee to President Trump? If so, why would he? Here's Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the UK.
Decisions we take in coming days and weeks will be guided only by our national interest, in the interests of our economy, in the interests of businesses around this table, in the interest of putting money in the pockets of working people. Nothing else will guide me. That is my focus.
Emmanuel Macron in France, he is urging everybody not to cut bilateral deals with the Trump administration. Other countries have a say in how the trade war goes. And so there is this idea that no one will stand up to the United States and our economic power. And that's a gamble, because there are a lot of places that don't like the United States very much. Ursula von der Leyen, who's the leader of the EU, she was saying that the global economy is going to suffer.
The global economy will massively suffer. Uncertainty will spiral and trigger the rise of further protectionism. The consequences will be dire for millions of people around the globe. Also for the most vulnerable countries, which are now subject to some of the highest US tariffs.
So let's say that this doesn't result in other countries lowering their tariffs immediately. It results in other countries increasing their tariffs. You're likely to actually get price inflation.
But I got these beats banging out the back of my toy car. Hey, yo, I'm eating Fun Dip right now. Not giving a fuck.
There's a chance